Cole stood at the end of the tree, sizing it up and down. Because the tree trunk wasn't as thick, it also made it harder for him to cross over without falling. He had to do it very slowly. Otherwise, this would all have been for nothing. He kept a close eye on his feet as well as on the animal. Luckily, the animal sat as still as a statue. Ranger Cole sighed in relief when both his feet touched the ground on the other side of the river. He quickly looked at his watch and realized more than an hour had passed since he had called the police. Ranger Cole couldn't wait any longer. He had to get closer to the animal. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. Slowly, Ranger Cole stepped closer toward the animal. He noticed how the animal was panting heavily and shivering from the cold. Ranger Cole slowly removed his jacket, ready to help the animal in any way possible. Ranger Cole threw his jacket over the animal in one swift motion. The animal was now fully covered by his jacket, but what was he going to do now? His radio crackled to life intermittently, a comforting reminder that help was on its way. The sound of vehicles breaking through the morning silence signaled the arrival of the authorities. SUVs adorned with the emblems of the police and wildlife services pulled up in a flurry of activity. Officers and experts equipped with various tools and protective gear quickly disembarked. Their eyes immediately fell on the unusual scene by the river. A mix of curiosity and professionalism etched on their faces. Ranger Cole approached the group, his expression serious. "Thanks for coming so quickly," he began, his voice steady despite his racing heart. He described the creature, its peculiar appearance, and how it struggled against the river's muddy grasp. The team listened intently, their faces a canvas of concern and intrigue. The team huddled together, casting occasional glances at the creature shrouded in Ranger Cole's jacket. They discussed various possibilities, weighing the risks and unknowns. Methodically, the team began preparing for the approach. Gloves were donned, tranquilizer guns checked, and nets unfolded. The team cautiously circled the creature, maintaining a safe distance. Everyone scribbled notes, their eyes never leaving the creature, trying to absorb every detail of its bizarre anatomy. Ranger Cole stood back, observing the scene. His instincts, honed by years in the wild, told him there was more to this than a simple case of a lost animal. Cole felt a growing resolve to uncover the truth, whatever it might be. Supplies were quickly assembled. Tranquilizer darts were loaded with precision and chosen for their effectiveness and minimal impact. Ranger Cole oversaw the preparations, his gaze lingering on the tranquilizer gun, a necessary tool, yet one he hoped to use sparingly. Ranger Cole led the way, his eyes constantly scanning the surroundings for the safest path. The creature, still under his jacket, seemed unaware of the impending action. The team's coordinated effort was like a well-rehearsed dance. With a steady hand, the team's sharpshooter administered the tranquilizer. The creature stirred slightly, then its eyes fluttered closed, its body relaxing into a peaceful state. Ranger Cole let out a breath he hadn't realized he'd been holding. Gently, the team maneuvered the slumbering creature into a large transport cage. They moved with utmost care, ensuring the creature's comfort while securing it safely. Public fascination with the creature grew exponentially. Online forums and social media platforms were abuzz with discussions and theories. Families discussed it at dinner tables and colleagues debated it in office spaces. Journalists bombarded the facility with inquiries, seeking to unravel the story behind the discovery. What is the creature? Where did it come from? Is it dangerous? The questions were relentless, a never-ending stream of curiosity and concern. The facility spokesperson juggled phone calls and press conferences, each answer carefully measured to provide information while maintaining the necessary confidentiality for the creature's welfare. Inside the facility, The creature lay still as experts conducted their examinations. Despite advanced technology and extensive knowledge, the creature defied identification. Seeking answers, the team reached out to a broader circle of wildlife experts and biologists. Conference calls and video meetings filled the days with photos and data being shared and scrutinized. Discussions revolved around rare species, genetic anomalies, and even the possibility of an undiscovered species. Yet each consultation ended with more questions than answers, the creature a riddle wrapped in a mystery. Ranger Cole, working closely with the authorities, focused on leads hinting at illegal wildlife activities. They examined recent reports of unusual activities in and around the park. Each lead was followed with determination, from questioning known wildlife traffickers to probing into black market trade routes. Undercover operations were launched to infiltrate networks suspected of wildlife trafficking. Agents posing as interested buyers navigated the shadowy underworld of illegal animal trade. Their efforts began to yield valuable information, revealing the extent and complexity of these illicit networks. Each covert conversation and clandestine meeting brought them closer to understanding the possible origins of the creature and the mechanisms of this dark trade. With each passing day, the team edged closer to the truth. The gathered clues began forming a coherent picture, although incomplete. Patterns emerged, pointing to specific regions and methods used in wildlife trafficking. Ranger Cole and the investigators worked tirelessly, mapping out connections and scenarios. In a quiet laboratory, the team huddled around a monitor displaying DNA results. The air was thick with anticipation. Suddenly, the silence was broken as the lead biologist announced, "It's a sloth, but not local. It's Elo species found in Central and South America." Ranger Cole's suspicions were confirmed. The creature was a victim of wildlife trafficking. With the sloth's identity confirmed, the investigation's focus sharpened. Ranger Cole and the authorities intensified their hunt for the traffickers. They scoured shipping records, interrogated suspects with known ties to illegal wildlife trade, and followed leads across state lines. Ranger Cole and his colleagues sifted through the data tirelessly, knowing that each small piece could be the key to unlocking the broader operation. The operation was swift and decisive, resulting in the apprehension of several key suspects. Evidence gathered during the raid further implicated the individuals in the trafficking network, marking a significant breakthrough in the investigation. In the aftermath of the dramatic rescue, attention turned to the sloth's future. A meeting convened with veterinarians, conservationists, and Ranger Cole. The aim was clear: to nurture the sloth back to health and ensure its well-being. After extensive research and consultations, a tropical sanctuary specializing in sloth care was chosen. This haven, nestled in lush greenery, offered the ideal environment for the sloth's recovery and long-term well-being. In the sanctuary, the sloth began to adapt to its new surroundings. It explored its spacious enclosure filled with trees and foliage. The sloth's demeanor changed visibly, showing signs of relaxation and contentment. The sanctuary staff monitored its progress, pleased with its gradual adjustment. Ranger Cole, visiting occasionally, watched with pride and relief as the sloth he had saved began to flourish in its new home. Sitting at his desk, Ranger Cole reflected on the past events. The discovery of the sloth, the intense investigation, and the ultimate takedown of the trafficking ring seemed almost surreal. He pondered the impact of their actions, not just on the sloth, but on the broader fight against wildlife crime. The experience had changed him, deepening his resolve to protect the natural world under his care. The sloth's recovery story spread far and wide, becoming a symbol of hope and a successful conservation effort. It highlighted the resilience of nature and the power of dedicated individuals working for a cause. The sloth's journey from a mysterious creature in the park to a thriving resident of the sanctuary inspired many. reminding people of the importance of wildlife protection and conservation. Ranger Cole, along with conservationists worldwide, continues to work tirelessly, safeguarding nature's wonders. The fight against wildlife trafficking goes on, but with renewed vigor and optimism, paving the way for a better, more sustainable future.